Careful.
This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Walker to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The Eagles at 9-3 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Miami. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Prescott, and it's complete to Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Looking to throw, Prescott. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Slot man moves right.
Hey, report.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Yeah. Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now this throw caught left side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. This complete to Lockett. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Escaping the pressure right. Returning right back to Lockett. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Dolphins 21, Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some space here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson.
Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
From the 35 on second down, Jackson. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Walker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Ken Walker.
Good touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. Taken from about the 12. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's caught. Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Run of the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Fourth down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Prescott yet again. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Eckler again. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Jackson now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So now it's left in the hands of their defense to come up with an immediate stop.
And this is where you count on your stars on defense. Can they come up with a game-altering play here? Can they knife through into the backfield and pop the ball free? Can they make that type of a play that gives them another opportunity? And what do we say? One timeout. Yep. But you get a second
2-minute warning.
With a 2-minute warning. So they've got to use those well.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Davante Adams, 49 yards.
And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Vedvik.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles 20.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott off play action. And this is taken in at the 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Prescott here to throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Go ahead.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Jackson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, report. Hey,
Jackson.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Prescott.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd and 4.
Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
42, Eagles 20.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Hey, middle.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.